"40 million ways Trump's campaign is morphing into his legal defense." The fateful clash between former President Donald Trump's legal imbroglio and the 2024 election is deepening amid new signs his GOP poll-topping campaign is partly designed to bankroll his defense and beat criminal charges. News that Trump's leadership PAC, which raises most of its money from small-dollar donations, has spent more than $40 million on attorney's fees for himself and associates emerged as he tightens his grip on the GOP race. A New York Times Siena College poll released Monday finds Trump with a monumental advantage over the rest of the GOP PAC, and ramps up claims that President Joe Biden wants him arrested so he can't pull off a stunning White House comeback. While many of Trump's rivals are still wary of openly criticizing his legal morass for fear of alienating his supporters, some are becoming more vocal after the ex-president was hit by new charges in the classified documents case last week, and as he predicts new indictments are coming soon in the special counsel's investigation into efforts to overturn the 2020 election and in another probe by a district attorney focusing on a similar bid in Georgia. The federal grand jury in Washington is next expected to meet on Tuesday. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who is seeking to turn the New Hampshire primary into a referendum on how Trump's legal woes could jeopardize GOP hopes among more moderate and crucial suburban voters, slammed Trump on CNN's State of the Union on Sunday as a billionaire who was using contributions to pay his legal fees. "This is a guy who's putting himself before the country. You can't put America first with Donald Trump, because it's Trump first," Christie told Casey Hunt, saying the ex-president and his associates had acted like the Corleones with no experience. "I want voters to listen to this. It is most likely that by the time we get on the debate stage on August 23rd, the front-runner will be out on bail in 4 different jurisdictions: Florida, Washington, Georgia, and New York," Christie said. Another candidate, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, demonstrated the dancing on a political pinhead that Trump is forcing his opponents to do as they seek to exploit his plight while also trying to avoid angering the GOP base, much of which appears to believe Trump's claim he's a victim of political persecution. Haley, who served in Trump's cabinet as ambassador to the United Nations, warned on CBS's Face the Nation that new accusations in the case of classified documents her old boss hoarded at his Florida resort were incredibly dangerous to our national security, if they were true. But she added that the American people didn't trust the Justice Department and hinted she might pardon Trump if she won the White House. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is also edging closer to criticizing Trump over the case, though he's also treading carefully in order to avoid further damaging his recently wilting campaign. "If the election becomes a referendum on what document was left by the toilet at Mar-a-Lago, we are not going to win," DeSantis told ABC News during a campaign swing through Iowa on Friday. The growing turbulence in the Republican race comes as Biden tries to boost his appeal to voters. The administration, for instance, launched a beta website Sunday for a new income-driven federal student loan payment system finalized after the Supreme Court struck down his student debt forgiveness initiative. And the pace of campaigning by Vice President Kamala Harris is increasing. As the Republican candidates gathered in Iowa on Friday, Harris flew into the state to highlight the overturning of a constitutional right to an abortion, part of Democrats' efforts to make the conservative majority Supreme Court's decision last year detrimental to GOP hopes in 2024. The vice president also went to Florida earlier this month to attack DeSantis over new educational standards in the Sunshine State that she claims will teach kids that some enslaved people benefited from skills they acquired. DeSantis accused her of misleading voters by seizing on one line of a much broader curriculum about the entire topic of slavery, but it's a line that sparked some public spats between him and black Republican lawmakers, ensuring it remains in the news.